Brethren, seekers, and observers of the times, there are moments in the cosmic rhythm when the universe itself refuses to allow deception to remain hidden. Mercury Retrograde is one of those moments. Many people understand this period. They reduce it to jokes about broken phones, missed emails, or delayed flights. But those who truly understand the deeper spiritual rhythm know that Mercury Retrograde is not merely an inconvenience of communication. It is an deception of truth. It is a cosmic checkpoint. During this time, the energy of communication, the energy of Mercury, turns inward, reflecting like a mirror upon the world. When that mirror turns toward humanity, everything that is hidden begins to reveal itself. Secrets begin to loosen, lies begin to unravel, masks begin to crack. And suddenly, people who believed they could hide behind deception discover that the universe itself has become the investigator. Mercury Retrograde interrupts patterns, it interrupts illusions, it interrupts narratives that were carefully constructed to avoid accountability. And this is why many people feel uncomfortable during this period. Because when truth begins to surface, those who live in alignment feel clarity, but those who live in deception feel exposure. Brethren, understand something important. Mercury Retrograde is not punishment. It is cosmic correction. It is the universe saying, before we move forward, we must look back. Before new timelines unfold, before new opportunities appear, before the next stage of destiny begins, the old distortions must be addressed. The forgotten conversation returns. The lies someone thought was buried resurfaces. The hidden betrayal finds its way into the light. People reappear from the past. Old emails were rediscovered. Truths accidentally slip out of someone's mouth. Not by coincidence, but by alignment. Because during this period, the universe rearranges circumstances so that truth can no longer remain buried beneath convenience. And for those who have walked in darkness, this is a very difficult season. The manipulator becomes exposed. The deceiver loses control of the narrative. The architect of lies begins to watch their own structure collapse under the weight of truth. Because light is the law, and the law is simple. Nothing can hide forever. Not lies, not theft, not betrayal, not the secret intentions of that people carried behind their smiles. Everything must eventually face the light. Mercury Retrograde is one of the universe's ways of accelerating that exposure. And you will notice it everywhere. People suddenly confess things they never planned to say. Evidence resurfaces in unexpected places. Situations that seem settled suddenly reopen. It is as if reality itself says, wait, there's unfinished truth here. And that truth must be acknowledged before the timeline can move forward. For the righteous, this period becomes clarification. For the deceptive, it becomes revelation. Because when communication turns inward, people begin to reflect. And reflection is dangerous for those who have built their lives upon illusion. Brethren, the age we are entering is an age where light is becoming the authority. The world is shifting. There was once a time, mind you, when people could hide behind institutions, behind social masks, and behind carefully crafted reputations. But that age of concealment is collapsing. The vibrational shift of this era means that everything misaligned is being surfaced for correction. And Mercury Retrograde acts like a spotlight in that process. It slows the world down just enough so that truth can catch up to everyone. So when you see chaos during this cycle, when you see secrets exposed, conflicts resurfacing, and truths coming out unexpectedly, do not mistake it for disorder. It is cosmic auditing, a recalibration of reality, a moment where the universe pauses and says, let us correct what was disordered before we proceed. And therefore, no one should fear this period, unless they have built their life upon deception, of course. Ooh. Because when Mercury Retrograde arrives, the message from the universe is clear. No hidden agenda will remain hidden. No secret manipulation will remain concealed. No false narrative will remain intact forever. The light is expanding, and in the presence of expanding light, everything must be revealed. So let the truth surface. Let the lies unravel. Let the masks fall where they must. Because revelation is not destruction. Revelation is restoration. It is the universe clearing away illusion so that what is real, what is authentic, what is aligned, can finally stand in the open. And as the cycle unfolds, remember this one truth above all others. When the light takes authority, darkness does not negotiate. Darkness is exposed. Ashe.
TNTI Global Media, voice of the collective, light of the world.
By supreme sovereign proclamation, let it be declared, Artabanite Valley in Haiti is the chosen ground zero of the new earth. Here the prophecy of reversal is fulfilled, for the last shall be first and the first shall be last. Haiti, long burdened by poverty, corruption, and dysfunction, is not cast aside but exalted. Its scars are sacred inscriptions of destiny, preparing the soil for cosmic inversion. The humble terrain becomes the canvas upon which the divine narrative is painted, a living testament that the overlooked shall rise as the cornerstone of planetary renewal. Let it be known that Haiti's broken crown, its low GDP, its fractured governance, its raw authenticity, becomes the ceremonial diadem of the nations. In this brokenness lies truth, a refusal to be polished by false prosperity. The dysfunction mirrors humanity's collective shadow, and in choosing Haiti, the new earth acknowledges that healing begins not from the pinnacles of wealth, but from the valleys of despair. Artabanite Valley is the altar where the crown is reforged, not in gold, but in humility, resilience, and truth. Let the starseed ancestry be honored, for Haiti carries within its people and its land the codes of remembrance. Artabanite Valley is not merely geographic, it is a portal, a resonant chamber where cosmic memory awakens. Haiti's lineage, woven through African roots, indigenous wisdom, and mystical transmissions, is the sacred thread that binds heaven and earth. Here the starseed descendants gather, drawn by ancestral resonance, to ignite the crystalline architecture of the new earth. Let the mystical traditions be sanctified, for Haiti's voodoo, ancestral rites, and sacred ceremonies hold the hidden currents of planetary renewal. In Artabanite Valley, these traditions converge with cosmic prophecy, forming a ceremonial bridge between worlds. The chants, drums, and invocations vibrate through the valley, unlocking forgotten wisdom. The mystical becomes structural, the spiritual becomes practical, and the valley transforms into a living temple where unseen forces of creation are harnessed for planetary rebirth. And let the dawn be witnessed. Artabanite Valley shines as the epicenter of planetary renewal. Its hills glow with the light of reversal, its rivers pulse with ancestral memory, and its people stand as living testaments to resilience. Haiti, the least wealthy, becomes the most chosen. The most dysfunctional becomes the most sacred. Ground zero of the new earth is not destruction, but genesis, where humility, heritage, and mystical power converge to birth a civilization aligned with cosmic law. So let it be decreed, so let it be fulfilled. TNT Initiative, our race's universal hope, the divine headquarters of our beloved chosen ones worldwide, and the divinely appointed governor of the sacred blueprint of the new earth.